Good morning, everyone. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology, with just a little bit of astrology with these dailies. And I'm using the Paulina Tarot for today. It's by Paulina Fay, if you like it. It's a very intricate. There's intricate art, very detailed. It's beautiful. So anyway, with the astrology for today, at February 12th, that's, of course, you can see this is the day, and this card's popping up already. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands, but it's reversed. Okay, let me bring it up right so you can tune into the image. Look at that. Talk about being seen and heard and recognized. Pat yourself on the back when it's straight up. What is that is that a penguin down there? Some kind of a bird. Looks like a bunch of penguins. I love penguins. Wow. Gorgeous. So anyway, while I'm here tripping out on the art, we might as well do your reading, right? The moon is in Scorpio today, is what I was trying to say. It has just crossed over the south node, and it's moving away from the south node of the past, and Scorpio has to do with transformation and deep wisdom, or the darker side, it can be crisis and revenge, and, but I don't think that's what you guys are into. So let's go with transformation. Now, it is squaring Mercury, so there can be some new ways, the need for new ways of self-talk is what I'm hearing there. And especially because Mercury is in Aquarius, we also have the Knight of Wands, movement. The Knights always bring through movement. The Knight of Wands brings through your courage to move forward on your own personal path. And, big change often, too. So, with the Six of Wands reversed, this can be the pain of, childhood pain of not being seen and heard and recognized, or the fear of being seen. It's a real need to be seen and heard and understood. And as we are, and as we meet those needs as an adult, it turns into our creative self-expression. But if you were a kid like me that didn't have a whole lot of encouragement, I did have support with homework in my early years, but then not later. And it makes a big difference. It's oops, this one's flipping over. Oh, and it's the Six of Swords, but coming through reversed. Okay, so let me bring everything upright so you can see the artwork. And I'll keep in mind that these two are reversed and give you those meanings. So the Knight of Wands is bringing in big change, because I think the message here is that you guys have been doing so much work on yourself that big changes are coming through your life, and you are moving forward. With the Six of Wands reversed, I feel like the old issue, it's interesting, we have two sixes on the ends, right? And fiery movement, lots of fire, because the Knights are fire, and then the suit, and this suit is fire, right? Because the Knights are movement. So, Six of Wands is fire, Six of Swords is air, but with the big change, I feel like it's the change away from feeling like you need to hide or not sure what to do with yourself because it wasn't familiar to you to be seen and heard and understood. And that's very frustrating. With the Six of Wands, when it comes to reversed, it is very frustrating because you feel like giving up. You might feel like a failure sometimes. And those are ridiculous, thoughts, but we're human and we all have them, right? So what helps me is, or what used to help, I don't tend to do it anymore now. I just kind of laugh at myself because I'm used to making mistakes, and it's like, okay, whatever. Try again. Basically, it's an opportunity. Mistakes are not failures at all, because we learn so much from our mistakes. So never beat yourself up if you're not flying high. If instead your life force seems to be just going into the ground, it's good to be grounded. It's good to not, be out there too far. You can do whatever you want in meditation, right? But when you're moving through your daily life, if you're not grounded, you're not present. If you're not present in your body, you're going to have problems. It's not good. It doesn't support a healthy ego. So, anyway, with the Six of Wands reversed, I feel like it's a good time to just don't give up. Don't give up on anything. Also, don't think that just because maybe somebody didn't see you the way, maybe you weren't recognized or acknowledged the way that you wanted to be, that doesn't mean anything. That's just them doing their thing in their own life, and maybe they didn't have the opportunity to stop and realize and see everything. And then also, too, we have to remember that people are very busy. We have a lot of responsibilities, no matter how old we are, young or old. It's not easy being human. But most people move through life not being very present. And when you're not present, it's hard to be, well, you have to focus in on one thing at a time, first of all. And then secondly, if you're not doing that, we're distracted all over the place, and it can be challenging. And then those are the times that we don't really hear what another person is saying, or see what they're doing, or notice how much they're giving. And we're not, in those times, you're not going to be appreciated because they're distracted. And if that was a pattern while you were growing up, it's going to play out in your adult life until you realize that, wait, I can pat myself on the back. I can acknowledge myself. And then the big changes come through. And then the forward movement comes through. And then we move with the Six of Swords. When it's straight up, it came through reverse, so I have to read it both ways. But once you pat yourself on the back, once you acknowledge everything that you've done, once you reparent yourself, big changes come in, and you move forward in life in a huge way. It changes everything. And then you start moving forward into smoother times. Things go, there's healing, there's recovery with the Six of Swords. There's that movement forward with your mind and with your ability to communicate, and all of life changes. But I'll just talk for a moment about the Six of Swords when it's reversed. That can sometimes have you feeling like the healing is a little too slow, and maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed and you can't get that stable, It's like, imagine in this card, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can't really see that she's in a boat, because the Six of Swords is all about a boat. So just think of, here you are, the human, moving forward in the sea of life, and sometimes the water is choppy. And it's hard to, keep yourself afloat. You're having to balance and juggle things, right? And that's pretty much a Six of Swords reversed. And you're working to stabilize. And that's the focus, because if you don't stabilize, you're not going to be able to land on solid ground and move forward. That stability has to happen. Safety has to be in place before we can grow. Before we can build, basically, is the better way to put it. So be gentle with yourself today. Don't allow your mind to throw you back into the past too much. Only for the purposes of healing, and then do your best to move forward. Focus on what you want. Focus on the things, on times being easier, And think of, when times were easier, and you remember those times that were graceful and easy, and go towards that, and know that you'll be stabilizing in a whole new way, especially when you start patting yourself on the back. Okay? All right. Take good care, you guys. Bye.